I need to get better equipment, man. This is not good. So let's just get down to it. Um, Ramiz Brahimaj versus Billy Ray Goff. Um, this one is gonna be a little bit interesting to actually see because my subscribers and I have officially picked what do you call him? Billy Goff. I don't know why I said Billy Ray Goff. Wasn't it Billy Ray Goff or something like that? But in any case, he's Billy Goff. I mean, we're going off of that. So Ramiz Brahimaj versus Billy Goff. So let's look at the first the people that they have fought respectively. And in making my analysis and prediction for this particular fight, I was a little bit surprised because a part of me was like, nah, Billy is going to win this fight. But as I researched more and more, I was like, damn, but again, Ramiz Brahimaj actually has a good shot at winning this particular fight, right? Because let's look at the level of competition that Brahimaj has been fighting. He fought Max Griffin, even though he lost via TKO in the third round. I mean, still being able to survive that long against a UFC veteran like that is pretty decent. He fought someone called the Paladnikov. I'm not going to act like I know who this is. And then he lost to Cod McGee. He beat Michael Gilmore, I think. Yeah, I think it's Gilmore. And then he lost to Temba Gorimbo via decision. I mean, Temba Gorimbo has had a lot of flaws in his st- basically fighting style, and I feel like Vicente Luque exposed that. I actually knew that that was a massive possibility. That's why, leading up to the fight, I actually told the people who watch my live streams that the thing about Vicente Luque was that he was still in his prime and it was still good enough to actually surprise us, which is something I said about Rosnama Yunus, for example. I can't remember. So basically, in this particular situation, let me not go too deeply into Temba Gorimbo. The point is, I feel like, despite the fact that I'm a bit skeptical about the Temba Gorimbo loss, Temba Gorimbo, I think, is ranked or was on his way to get ranked when he was fighting Vicente Luque. I think he's ranked. Let me actually check. I don't know if the UFC show the rankings on. No, they don't show them. But I have flu, guys. Yo, I'm dying. So he lost to Temba Gorimbo. Um, and then he beat Mickey Gall. I mean, that's not very impressive. But in all honesty, going into that fight, I thought Ramiz Brahimaj was going to lose that particular fight, and he actually shocked me as well. It was for me, it was a coin flip to be honest, but still, I felt like Mickey Gall had the reach and a couple of other things. And if I'm not mistaken, who was the favorite in that particular fight? Um, Renier the Rizlan to go on. so, so in all honesty, I feel like Brahimaj, Shoshot Megi, Oki fight just got switched up. Literally everybody, a parlay, a parlay pulled out. How did it get switched out, man? What do you mean? Okay, and then let's go to Billy Ray Goff. Um, let's go to Billy Ray Goff. Before I this is the pre breakdown analysis. Basically, if you're new to the channel, I basically go through their history. I mean, Billy Ray Goff beat Kinoshita. I forgot. I don't know his name. I'm not even going to check. This prospect from the road to the UFC. Um, he beat that guy, lost to what's his name? He lost to Trey Waters. Yes, he lost to Trey Waters. Um, oof, via decision. I don't know. When we look at basically the level of competition, I just feel like Ramiz Brahimaj has been fighting higher level competition. Um, and even though Billy Ray Goff is, I'm not gonna sit here and say Billy Ray Goff is miles better. I would argue that he's good, but I struggled with this pick, man. I'm applying a new strategy on this particular pick. My subscribers and I went with Billy Ray Goff. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm confident in this particular pick because I'm not. I don't honestly feel like Billy Ray Goff has got this one. It seems like a lot of people have confidence in him. I think he's a minus 340 favorite, and Ramiz Brahimaj is a plus 270 underdog. But for me personally, I feel like this fight is a little bit closer. I would give the advantage of experience to Ramiz Brahimaj. Let me actually respond to you guys. Rene Darislon, your lives are always nice to join. I've been down in the shitter with boredom recently. Ah man, I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I'll try to be a little bit more consistent. As you can see, I'm dark. You know, obviously I'm a black man, but you know, normally I have a light. I'm not at home. I still have to go to the complex and do a couple of things. So I just decided before I leave work, I'm going to just do this. I need a new phone, man. Like this phone is terrible. But yeah, I'm glad I make your day. That's part of, or rather, I alleviate your boredom a little bit. You know, that's the purpose of the stream. Obviously, to give you insightful information, but I'm glad you're enjoying them, man. Plus, it's also nice to hear that coming from a long time subscriber like you. So I appreciate that, my guy. Rene the Riz Lord, his fight with Trey Waters was a banger. Yeah, his fight was a banger, but my thing is, I feel like Goff, what do you call him? Brahimaj is being overlooked massively. Like, I don't think Billy Ray Goff should be a minus 340 favorite. Obviously, I'm picking him, but I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the same logic that I applied when I was talking about the fight with Juliana Miller. I forgot who she was fighting. And I was like, I feel like a lot of people are underestimating Juliana Miller, and it takes someone who's actually skilled to beat someone like Juliana Miller. If you don't put her away, she's gonna bully you up until she gets the win, even though she's not that skilled. In this situation, I don't think Ramiz Brahimaj is not skilled. I just feel like he's being overlooked for whatever reason. And I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm still picking Billy Ray Goff, but I honestly feel like Ramiz Brahimaj has a shot at here. I would give him a massive advantage as far as experience goes. I think he's been fighting better competition. So let's get to the breakdown. I'll respond to you guys before I end this. You know, I respond to every single comment. So before we before I respond to you guys, let me get to the actual breakdown. So as far as reach, I don't feel like either of them have a reach advantage. So that's going to be a non-factor. Finishing ability, Ramiz Brahimaj is a little bit better with a 91% finishing rate, whereas Billy Ray Goff has a 78% finishing rate. Not too bad, still high, but obviously when we're talking about who's more likely to get the finish, it's probably going to be Ramiz Brahimaj. But still, as far as output, I mean, Billy Ray Goff has insane output, man. I think his output is probably four times more than Ramiz Brahimaj. That's going to be a massive advantage. And when you combine the fact that the striking defense between the both of them is not particularly that different. But like I always say, when you look at the people that Ramiz Brahimaj has been fighting, it's easy to say he has horrible defense when he's been fighting elite level competition. But still, Billy Ray Goff might just be that good, but the output is crazy. The defense is not too terrible. Actually, it's terrible, but it's not like Brahimaj has the best striking defense. So I don't think there's anything to worry about there. At least on my end, I don't think there's anything to worry about there. I hope this doesn't come back to haunt me because I have a bad feeling about this fight. As far as grappling, um, I don't know. I feel like defensively, I feel like Billy Ray Goff is better. I think he's very good at defending takedowns. Offensively, I'd say Ramiz Brahimaj is a little bit better. He is a bit more of a submission threat. He is a little bit, I don't know, like he's a bit more successful with his takedowns. Even though I feel like Billy Ray Goff shoots a lot of takedowns, I would say defensively, as far as grappling, I would go with Billy Ray Goff. Offensively, I would go with Ramiz Brahimaj. However, Ramiz Brahimaj has horrible takedown defense, and that's never good for someone who wrestles offensively. If you want to see the strength of a wrestler, they need to be as good offensively as they are defensively. Example: Hamza Chimaev, Islam Makhachev, Habib Nurmagomedov, Kamaru Usman. Those are people that are extremely difficult to take down, and they are pretty good offensively. Obviously, maybe I shouldn't have added Kamaru Usman, but still, he was able to have success with his wrestling. There isn't. I'm not bagging on Kamaru Usman. Damn, I look too black in the stream. I should have just gone home and been late for the stream. But anyway, it is what it is. Let me disappear into the abyss. So, in conclusion, on the feed, um, it'll come down to whether experience is going to play a factor or not. Because I genuinely do feel like Ramiz Brahimaj has the experience advantage, and we take that for granted. But when you look at fights like Vito Petrino versus Dustin Jacoby, they show you the importance of experience because Vito Petrino was winning against the Dustin Jacoby, made a mistake, experience took over. Jacoby was able to land a lucky shot and actually won. So experience is very important, and I feel going to be on Ramiz Brahimaj's side. Brahimaj is a finisher. The main advantages I would give to Billy Ray Goff is going to be his output. I mean, if as far as striking defense, I think both of them are pretty terrible. Maybe Ramiz Brahimaj is a little bit better, but it's mainly because he doesn't throw as much. So obviously you won't get hit as much if you don't throw as much. So I don't know if I should count that as defense or not, but still, as far as defense, I think both of them are not particularly great. But I think the volume of Billy Ray Goff is going to be a very, very important aspect, especially when you consider the fact that Brahimaj has like knockouts. I don't think he's ever won a fight via submission. He has like TKOs only on his resume, so that's actually an important thing to actually highlight and note. So yeah, on the feed, I think Billy Ray Goff should actually win. I don't know how dominantly it's going to be, but I think Billy Ray Goff on the feed they should actually win. On the ground, I don't feel like the fight is ever going to go to the ground because I feel like Billy Ray Goff has good takedown defense, so he's gonna make sure that the fight stays on the feet. And if it stays on the feet, I would favor Billy Ray Goff. Both of them have horrible striking defense, so who knows? Maybe Ramiz Brahimaj might land something crazy and knock him out. Guess we'll find out on the watch along. Hopefully, I do a lot better on this particular card. So yeah, that in conclusion, my subscribers and I are going with Billy Ray Goff. Not very confident in this particular pick, but yeah, it is what it is. Let me respond to you guys, and then I can go to the next stream. Rene the Rizlord, I think it got fight of the night for that car. That was a good fight. I honestly hear that, but still, man, I don't know. Maybe I'm giving too much value to experience in this particular fight. but I feel like it's because of how much everyone is overlooking Ramiz Brahimaj, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. That's why I'm changing my strategy. It hasn't been doing so great for me, so that's why I've changed it a little bit. I'm going with Billy Ray Golf. My subscribers are going with Billy Ray Golf. I guess we'll see how that one plays out. Shoshat McGee, Billy just needs to make it out the first round, and it's a wrap. Yeah, I mean, Shoshat McGee has been pretty good at that. I think which fight did you call like that? You said the same thing about on the last card. You said something similar. I think who was fighting? I forgot who it was, and you said the same thing, and it actually played out like that. So, shout out to Shawshot McGee, man. Shawshot McGee, first round, super risky, but Billy will cook him in the third. Okay, okay, that gives me a little bit more confidence. Playboy, um, what's going on here? Playboy said hi. What up, man? Playboy, please support my boy Gamrod against Clay at UFC Vegas. Unfortunately, man, I can't pick Gamrod. I mean, I still feel like Gamrod has a shot at actually winning this one, but I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Um, Playboy is back. Shoshat Miggy is pretty happy. I'm happy too. I have flu, guys, so please don't mind my coughing and other things. Um, Playboy, I'm back. Shoshat McGee, I thought you left for good. Glad you're back. Yeah, what happened to Playboy? Playboy, I was in a holiday and didn't want to be on my phone. Wow, for so long, dude. Rene, there is Lord. Brahima just from the Bronx, bro. Yeah, I get it. Oh, I thought you were making fun of him. I mean, normally U.S. wrestling, yeah, he's from the United States. Super tough, yeah. I feel like this fight is gonna be closer than a lot of people make it out to be, but we'll see. Renier the Lord on some gang shit. What's that guy who just got arrested for some shady ish? Shoshat McGee, first round, Brahimaj of Bill, and then Billy Goff, third round or decision. Okay. Rene, there is Lord. What's Goff's grappling, survivability, and defense like? Goff is pretty good, man. I think he's pretty good defensively. Shoshat McGee, Gamrod by TKO, third round. Okay, I guess we'll see. Shoshat McGee, pretty good. He scrambled like a madman. Only have to worry about him getting caught up in the front. True, we're getting his bag taken, in my opinion. Oh, you mean who? Trey? Are you referring to Trey? Rene the Lord Goff, I think had a wrestling background. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not particularly sure. I'm not particularly sure on that. I'll have to check and then come back to you maybe when we do the watch alongs. He did. You're right. Oh, Shoshat McGee just confirmed it. Rene the Lord, he is a beast on the ground, on the feet, with volume and can take good shots too. Yeah. Rene the Lord, I think I'll go with Golf. Yeah. I mean, it's a risky fight, but I think I'm also going with Golf as well. I am as well. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. For those who are seeing me in the dark, this is not how I normally am. I'm at work, guys. I sincerely apologize, but I'll try to be a little bit more on time and with more lighting next time, or rather tomorrow. Rene the Lord, maybe decision because Brahimaj is somewhat durable, but Goff has a lot of TKO wins on the regional. scene. Okay. You know, guys, let me go to the next fight and finish that up before it gets dark. I need to leave. Once again, hopefully you guys can see me because I can't see myself. Anyway, let's go to the next fight. I love and appreciate all of you. Until then, deuces. Okay, Shoshan McGee, yeah, third or decision. He will only get to finish if the other guy guesses, which is a high possibility. Okay, let's go, let's go to the next fight, guys. Whew.